Hey guys, thank you very much for tuning into another video of my life. In this one, we are going to do, well, not an unboxing because it's already been unboxed and used a bit, and that's quite good for reviewing it actually. But we're gonna be looking at electronic meal sets. So recently, I was making a dish which required a lot of pepper, and I was grinding on for ages, and it was just taking so long. I was like, oh, there's got to be a better way of doing this, and that's what made me want to get this product, and you might want to as well. I kept the budget as low as possible in relation to buying a quality item, and the link for this item will be in the description. If you use that link to buy this item or any others, in fact, it will definitely help the channel in a very small way. Feel free to do that. And also, it's sometimes a bit of time between my video uploads, but feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It always really motivates me. I'd love to have a 1,000 subscriber base one day, so feel free to do that. Thank you. So without further ado, this is what the box looks like. This is the Salter. I think it's quite a solid brand. You can see I've gone with the black one. You also get these in steel finish with the sort of satin finish, if you like. Here are the specifications of this electronic meal set. Hopefully you can read that. Matte, soft finish, touch, clear acrylic material, which shows the fill of the mills. It's easy to operate one-handedly. It's electronic, of course, and it's ceramic blades, or rather grinders, I should say, and that means it's unlikely to rust. And ceramic is harder than steel, so it's unlikely to lose its sharpness, if you like, over the long period of time. The base lights up. It has one LED, which I will show you in a second. This is what the front of the box looks like. Of course, the camera is quite up close, so I'm trying to get the whole box in for you. This is the bottom. Feel free to pause it here, and if you want to read it, you can. Both the sides look identical, and this is the rear. And again, you might have to pause it here if you really want to have a read, because it's not going to fit in the frame of the video. Okay, but you can pause it. You can read this if you want to, and that's the bottom. Okay. All right, so let's get this opened up. It's already been opened up, so this is not a virgin unboxing, unlike most of the things I do on this channel. It's purely because I really needed it, so I used it before unboxing it, but it's worked out fine because I can actually give you an opinion about the item itself rather than just the unboxing. In the box, you get these filler sort of paper to keep it nice and rattle-free, so the item doesn't get damaged, and of course a separator as well. Let's put this on the side, and on this side we have this leaflet, which you can see I haven't even opened up, but here it is anyway. I'm not sure what it is. Is it about batteries and things and warnings? Let's have a look. Which part's in English? I can't see any parts in English. I've probably missed it somewhere. Yeah, I can't read any of that, but maybe someone watching can. So that's something about the battery. Of course, I'm never going to read that. And this is the electronic meal set instruction manual. It's quite simple. The one thing I would say is just loading it. You just need to learn it once and then you're fine. But otherwise you can kind of pull it the wrong way, and I'll talk to you about that in a second, and maybe cause some damage, which you want to avoid. Again, a huge little sort of, is it A3 piece? Maybe not A3, but a huge piece of paper with all the instructions in it. We'll fold it away in a second too. Okay. Which way did it go now? This is trickier than I thought it'd be. Let's just put it aside. Okay, so this is what it looks like, nice and fresh. Okay, the item. The rest of the box is empty, by the way. There's nothing else in here. And maybe I'll turn on the light as well for you. So there we are. So this item has already been handled but not used. Okay, there's two of these, so you can fill salt in one, maybe coriander seeds. Some people fill in stuff like that, so chili flakes. And on the other one, you have pepper. I'll just have both of them filled with pepper, one on the dining table, one in the kitchen. Okay, so I've got one each. I don't think I'll grind anything else, to be honest with you. It says acrylic. sounds like glass. Of course, it's plastic, acrylic. All right. Yeah, it does sound a bit like glass, actually. So there we are. Salter. Nice clear printing. No issues at all. Nice and level. Slightly raised to the touch as well, so it's nice. You can feel it's relatively solid. It does have a bit of weight to it, not in a bad way. It just feels quite solid, and most of the weight is around this area, and that's because that's where the motor casing is, which you'll see in a second. This is the top button, again satin finish as you can see, and if you go for the steel model, the whole thing will be similar to this, okay, and I think that'll make it a lot easier to clean versus this item, but I've gone with the black version because I think it looks nicer in the rest of the setting and kind of hides away even if it's in plain sight. So we'll talk about how it works in a second as well. This is the bottom lid. You can pop it off before use. The one that I actually use, I've kept it off permanently because what you do instinctively is when it's like this, you grab it and you straight want to use it. That's the convenience of having it nice and electric. It's really kind of instant access. Speaking of instant access as well, you can see this one is curved at the top. There's another model which is flat at the top. I just thought curved at the top might be more ergonomic, and I think it is. It's just nice and smooth. But if you want to save a pound or two, you can go for the square top, and that'll just have an edge here. But I just think a curve just feels so nice when you're pressing it. And you can see that I've just turned it on, and you can see the rotations happening here as well. Okay, so what instinctively I end up doing is picking this up, turning it straight on, and only then realizing that the lid is still on. So what I've done is I've just gotten rid of the lid. I haven't thrown it away, but I've kept the lid, but I just have it like this all the time. It does mean that when you put the peppermill down, maybe a few crumbs fall here, but that's okay. It's easy to clean. Looking at the bottom here, you can see that you've got some settings. You can either make it tighter or looser, depending on how fine you want the pepper to grind or any other thing that you've put in there. You can see a couple of screws, and that's the LED light itself. LED light itself, I'm just going to show you now. So you can see it kind of turns on anytime the peppermill turns on as well. And the circuit is perfect because you don't see any point where only the light turns on and the peppermill doesn't, so it's kind of nice. Looking at the bottom, you might feel like this is misaligned. Can you see that? It's kind of more open on one end and closed on the other, but that's probably by design actually, because the other one is identical. Either that or maybe you can't straighten it up anyway, but I do think it's probably by design. I think that's how it works and grinds the peppercorns. So I wouldn't worry about that misalignment or anything like that at all. I think it's by design. You turn this one tighter or looser as I've shown to control the size of the grains. You've got two arrows here, and it just shows you how to open and close it. So this is its closed position. There's no difference in kind of the iconography here. It doesn't show a lock and an open lock or anything like that, but this one is closed. This one is open. Again, relatively solid feel. There's no movement and stuff. It's definitely a high quality item. So we're going to open this up. Boom. Open it that way. Okay. So inside you've got that plastic ring which goes on like that. Oh, you can't see it. So you got the plastic ring here, and it goes on like this on top. Okay. Okay, that's what the plastic ring is for. Keeps the batteries in there. It takes 1, 2, 3, 4 AA's. Nice and easy to put them in. Not a problem at all. You can see this if you want to close up as well. Manufactured by UP Global Sourcing in the UK. That's pretty cool actually. I didn't know that, but there you go. It's UK manufactured. And then you can see that there's a square kind of notch here. It goes on top of here, and therein lies the motor. This is where most of the weight is. Okay, once you've loaded it up with batteries, of course. Inside it looks like that. Okay, and you have a couple of holes. This is probably where it makes the circuit. Okay, like that's where the light turns on. These two bits touch onto these two bits, which turns the light on, and is what my guess is. The motor, of course, is turned by this thing here. Very interesting. This is quite hard to turn. So the motor is probably reasonably powerful. It only fits in one way as well, so and I shouldn't have kind of turned it that way, but you can see if you turn it that way, just put it in like this first, and then after that align it. Okay, but the key point is you want these plastic bits here to align with the holes here, and that's how you align it together. So there we are, nice and easy, boom, and it just comes off, by the way. So the instinctive thing to do was initially when I kind of got this, hang on, is this right? Yeah. So the instinctive thing for me was to kind of twist it, okay, twist that, but you don't twist it, it just literally comes off without any effort at all. Let's put that back in, boom, it's in, put this plastic bit on, boom, and then put this on as well. And making sure we're in the right place. Where is it? There we are, boom, okay. That's what it does. Put this one aside. This has worked out quite nicely. So you can see that this is the used one. I've purposefully not cleaned it. This has literally been used, I want to say 20 minutes ago. Okay, and used quite a few times. So this is the one in the kitchen where I'm cooking something. Boom, I grab it, use it, throw it away. Well, throw it away, put it away. And if my hands are oily because I've been chopping something or, you know, picking something up and so on, then of course that's what it looks like. So I haven't cleaned it. Of course I normally would, but I'm showing it in this condition so you can visualize what it would look like if you had a black one of these and then you're handling it and what it's going to look like. But of course it's easy to clean as well. It's not an issue. You can see the peppercorns in there. All right, and I'll show you. This peppercorns is pretty much filled up right to the top. I should be very careful, but you can see that it's pretty much at the top. You can fill it in that hole that you saw earlier on. And I'm going to try to lock this up again. Have I put it in the right place? No. Okay. So this is the arrow. Put it in. There. We're in. Okay. Should I show you some grinding on some table? Let's do that. There you go. Okay, and there's a couple of spots there that you can just see. You can investigate if you want to with regards to the size and so on. You can see a mixture because some are fine like this. Some are, should I get a bit closer actually? Can I zoom in? Yeah, there you go. So some are kind of fine, powdery, some are slightly larger, and hopefully this helps you kind of visualize the sort of grind you're getting out of it. And again, you can adjust it, tighten it, loosen it, and things like that. This is close to the tightest, if that's a word, but this is as close as you can get. You can tighten it a little bit more, but this is pretty much, I would say, 9 out of 10 is what this is. 9 out of 10 in terms of grinding fineness. Okay, but overall, once it's done its grinding, you can see that not much else comes out, which is very good, and I think is a sign of quality. So if you put it here like me, you can see there's no further pepper that comes out, okay, because I'm not keeping the lid on, remember, so easy access. But there we are, that's the Salter electronic mill set, which you can use for peppers and salt and all other sorts of things. I hope you found this video helpful, and please comment, like and subscribe to the channel, and use the link in the descriptions to purchase this or any other item if you want to. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.